I don't know if we're fully live yet, but I don't really give a shit. So, I'm gonna watch some videos. I ain't gonna fuck around. I'm gonna try to be more consistent. Why not? You know? I don't do anything anyway. So, Brendan Schaub's new Epstein theory is crazy. Featured Joe Rogan. So the podcast cringe and like a lot of the podcast hating community. I wouldn't call them hating. I just call them. They criticize the podcasters. They criticize comedians from Austin, technically. And since the Epstein files have come out, I don't know. A lot of people are looking to Joe for answers. And Joe's interviewed a couple of people that have been on the Epstein list. But I'm looking at this shit as like, this is some deep, dark shit. I don't think anyone could have stopped. I don't think Joe Rogan was going to be the hero here, guys. Like, I don't think it. But a lot of people put a lot of weight on Joe Rogan because he does have a big opinion. And like that Duncan Trussell said to him once, you know, you're gonna get compromised. So anyway, a lot of that's happening. Joe's sort of turning around. But Brendan Schaub the other day come up with a good take. So anyway, he had a good take, but apparently he's got a new theory. So let's just hear this. Anyway, this is podcast cringe.
But then they also played him. Like Elon Musk and Trump are playing checkers while everybody else is playing chess.
What do you mean?
Oh, because remember remember we thought there was a feud between them. Elon goes, Trump's in the Epstein files.
Yeah.
You need to release him.
Yeah.
And Donald's like, no, I'm not going to release him. Actually, I am. Check it out. The only thing the Epstein files about Trump is him reporting him to the police. And you know what's even...
Yo, who watches this? Like, is this just like a show that they farm clips, right? I'm guessing they would farm clips because I'm guessing the only people that watch this like fully is podcast cringe. Because I don't understand. I've tried to listen to Brendan Schaub. Sometimes I listen to him when like something happens in the UFC, maybe. But fuck, look, it's episode 1164.
More hilarious. ABC, CNN, NBC all had to report that yesterday.
So everybody,
how great is that?
Yeah. So check this out.
They're letting them into the files one by one for like an hour at a time.
What?
This is not good. None of this is good for this administration. It looks fucking terrible.
Oh.
It looks terrible. It looks terrible for Trump when he was saying that none of this was real. This is all a hoax. This is not a hoax.
Oh, what a difference 24 hours makes. Brendan Schaub has taken us on a whirlwind romance over the past 7 days, teasing us with some of the best takes on the whole Epstein files situation. Someone even suggested on one of my previous videos that he needs to be studied because his CTE is healing. Someone else suggested that Schaub is going to become the king of the ashes of the fallen Rogan Sphere empire. And I'm even on the record for saying Brendan is absolutely correct. It turns out that the saying, even a broken clock is right twice a day, rings true. And for me personally, this cuts really deep. I genuinely thought that we had a legit redemption arc on the cards for Brendan in 2026. I even went and found a fucking clip of a wild horse running on a beach. That's how invested I was. But it wasn't to be. On the latest episode of The Fighter and the Kid, Brendan reminded all of us just how much of a dumbass he really is. The emotional roller coaster over the past week wasn't the beginning of a comeback. It was but a glimpse into the fleeting brilliance of a redacted mind. Remember that episode of The Simpsons where doctors discover that Homer has a crayon lodged in his brain, and then when they remove it, he loses his identity and no longer relates to his buddies? He also becomes a genius, by the way.
Yes.
But then he has Mo lodge it back into his brain and everything goes back to normal. That's what this feels like. Schaub flirted with a life that was never meant for him and had us almost convinced that we'd simply misunderstood him for all of these years, only to blurt out the most dogshit take I've ever heard from him. Not only did he get the chess and checkers idiom the wrong way around, he stated completely incorrect facts, drew false conclusions, and then reminded us that he's a partisan hack who cannot think for himself.
In the Epstein files, it came out.
It's a lot of Democrats. A lot of Democratic power structure.
There's both, but yeah, a lot of Democrats. But then,
Well, also rich people.
but then they also played them. Like Elon Musk and Trump are playing checkers while everybody else is playing chess.
I knew people would believe that bullshit for Trump. Imagine that. Imagine that. Like, he's saying that he's not in the files. He's saying that he's not. And then he goes back in and he's like, you know what? I'm the first whistleblower. Like, I actually was the guy that said, you know. But like people like Brandon, I guess they believe that shit, you know? You chuck it out. It doesn't matter that people like me don't believe it, but people like Brandon do.
What do you mean?
Oh, because remember, remember we thought there was a feud between them. Elon goes, Trump's in the Epstein files.
Yeah.
You need to release him.
Yeah.
And
This is scrambling. They're fucking scrambling. That's why he was saying that shit to him. He's trying to say he's in the Epstein files more than me. It's not that hard to think
Donald's like, no, I'm not going to release him. Actually, I am. Check it out.
Well, his brother.
They've had these files forever, by the way.
I know.
It's not like they just got them. They're aware of it.
Do you reckon Brian is look at his face now? Like, do you reckon he knows? He must know how stupid he sounds. That's probably why this show has continued, to be honest. Because if he wasn't this stupid, there wouldn't be this fucking the fighter and the kid shit. 1,100 episodes, man. What are we doing here? It's fucking 2026.
Elon's aware of it, right? So,
But you know what? Like, people like Brendan, it makes me happy in life, you know? Like, I'll move my fucking head down here.
Elon and Trump are fighting, blah, blah, blah. Release him. You're in the files. And the whole media goes crazy. Everyone's like, yeah, Trump's in the files. That's why he's keeping him. Trump goes, I'll release him. Fuck it. You know what? I didn't want to do it. I'm going to do it. What do we find out? That Trump in 2012 notified authorities and goes, you guys need to look into Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. They're fucking devils.
He found out about it.
Not only
I
did he
need
find
to
out,
find-
not
where
only
did-
did he find out about it, he reported it.
Look that up. I think it was even earlier, right?
Might have been 2008.
Earlier,
Might have been
I think it was
2008.
before that, he said, you got to look into, he banned him from our log.
Hold on. This is an email to them. This is in all the DOJ, all the thing they released.
Wow.
This is Trump going, get these fucking two in prison right now.
Damn. Hold on.
Yep.
20 years ago.
It was 20 years ago, hold on, that everyone knew about Epstein.
Called Maxwell evil.
Wow.
Doesn't that make it even worse? Like, wouldn't that make it worse that he knew about it 20 years ago? And, like, the shit that we're finding out now, how, like, actual vile it is. Like, honestly, I didn't think it was this disgusting, but it is gotten worse. But I remember watching in, like, 2016 when they first started releasing, like, documentaries about the shit before Trump was, like, in for the first time, I think. They were trying to sort of allude that these people have known all this deep, dark shit this whole fucking time. And they're going to us, oh, yeah, like, how crazy is it? Like, Joe Rogan, like, even Brian Callen is acting a bit weird here. Brendan, obviously, you could tell him about this shit happening and he would forget. But Brian Callen seems a bit suspect in this whole shit. And these guys, they are rich, eh? They probably met the devil before, man. That's all I'm saying. And I reckon they know about this shit and they've known for years and they're trying to act like, oh, yeah, but yeah, this is crazy. How crazy is that? I'm just reading about it too, but a lot of people are acting dumb right now.
I thought that there was that Trump was going to be in really implicated.
That's
but
what they want.
interesting.
That's what they want you to think.
Wow.
So Trump goes, no, I can't. No. Okay.
Thank God, goodness, you're stopping him. Everyone has known he's been doing this.
That was 20 years ago, Bubba.
We just said Trump told.
Hey, the only thing the Epstein files about Trump is him
Whoa.
reporting him to the police. And you know what's even more hilarious?
That's the only
ABC, CNN, NBC all had to report that yesterday.
So everybody,
How great is that?
Yeah. So check this out. So I
that's-
talked to
of
somebody
course
who's
they were
really smart and follows. This
Yeah, you
stuff.
keep saying you got somebody.
And I said,
According to Brendan's big brain theory, Trump and Elon apparently orchestrated a fake public breakup. Yep, the whole thing was 5D chess or checkers, I forget which one. They planned a messy breakup to bait the left into demanding the Epstein files be released. Trump then stalls, lets the pressure build, and finally drops the files, only for them to reveal that he was the hero all along. This is like the plot from a Steven Seagal movie. But wait, this is the best part. Brendan's entire theory is built on an imaginary email that never existed. He's sitting there up in his seat, cap backwards, confidently telling us that Trump warned authorities about Epstein and Ghislaine in writing, except no such thing exists. What he's actually referring to is a former Palm Beach police chief who, in a later interview from 2019 with the FBI, claimed that Trump told him over the phone back in 2006 that Epstein and Maxwell were up to no good, and everyone knows about what they're doing. It was a cop recall.
So that was it? See, I didn't look into it too much, I didn't look into it too much. People were trying to say, oh, this is like the end of the world if these people get done. No, it's fucking not. If a couple billionaires get done, it is not the end of the world. I don't know how they've convinced us that that's the end of the world. No. No, someone else just takes their fucking $1 billion. Anyway.
A phone call with Trump 13 years after the fact. There's no recording or documentation that the phone call even took place, no official report, no independent verifiable evidence, just a quote from an interview years later. And here's the funniest part. The article Chin literally pulls up on the screen explains exactly that. It says the claim comes from an interview with the former police chief, not an email or a document in the files. It was an interview. None of these redacts bothered to actually read the words directly in front of their faces. I mean, Schaub and Callan were squinting, but they didn't manage to catch any of the actual words. But wait, Brendan doesn't stop there. He doubles down and claims that the only mention of Trump in the files is Trump reporting Epstein to the police. Bro, Trump's name appears thousands of times across all of the Epstein documents released over the years, and there are lawmakers who have publicly claimed his
What
name
about
appears
that
over
video?
1,000,000 times in the unredacted files that haven't been fully released yet. And then Brendan gets genuinely excited because now the left-leaning media supposedly have to report that Trump is the hero of the Epstein files. Bro, what? We were so close. Just when it looked like Brendan had finally removed the crown from his brain and was operating at full capacity, he fumbled the W and reminded us of who he really is. Meanwhile, Joe Rogan is moving in the complete opposite direction.
When you look at your total conspiracy catalog of things that you like to dive into, outside of aliens, because everybody knows that, what are your other ones that you like?
Well, aliens is the most fun one.
Yeah.
This is the one that I hate the most.
Yeah.
Because this one scares the shit out of me. The fear of these like literally demonic human beings that are running the world and don't give a fuck about human lives and enjoy watching people being tortured.
Just one sec. Tape shows Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein discussing women at 1992 party. Like, what the fuck is Brendan Schaub talking about?
Jeffrey Epstein shared a joke and a laugh.
You know, they have Rhythm of the Night playing. You know what I mean? It's like it's a full party, bro. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Oh, man. Anyway. Dirty Butterfoot. But yeah, look at all this shit, bro. What do you mean he's not in the fucking files? What are you talking about? It doesn't even... Like, this is clearly not someone that he... Maybe they got, like, on the wrong foot and he tried to whistleblow him, but fuck, man. I bet you he got some dirty favors off him before he whistleblowed him. Anyway. That's my opinion on that.
Enjoy watching people killed, participating and ritual sacrifice of people.
That's
We
fucking
know
nuts.
that that has always historically been a real thing. And it's been something that you look at in history, you go, God, it's so sick. It's so twisted. It's so disgusting. And everybody wants to think, thank God that's not happening now. Here's one of the craziest ones. The day he was indicted in 2018, the very next day he ordered 330 gallons of sulfuric acid.
What?
Yes, that's a lot of sulfuric acid. You know, if I needed 5 gallons for my desalination equipment.
Like, and then just how can't we just track who sold him? Who would sell someone that knowingly? Like, you wouldn't like ask no question. You're like, oh yeah, I'll sell you all this. I guess the person probably selling that shit is pretty bad, but god damn, can't we get the name of whoever sold him that shit? Do we have that name? What company sold that?
But
Right.
239 gallons or whatever it is to burn kids. Yeah. To fucking get rid of bodies.
See, like everyone talking shit about Joe. I honestly don't think Joe was involved with this shit. I know everyone wants him to be. I know everyone hates him, but I don't think Joe was involved with this shit. I do think he was like, these people were sneaky, man, and they probably got on his podcast and they tried to sway him into, you know, joining up. Like they got swindled into this. But like reading some of that shit, man, you can't blame Joe, man. Joe's not in there. So what the fuck? Like everyone's like pushing on Joe to, I don't know, man. I feel like he definitely is work. But he is gone weird, you know what I mean? He was a conspiracy theorist until it was convenient, and then he just stopped, right? He met Trump and he just stopped. But maybe there's other powers that be. Maybe he's compromised, you know what I mean?
Well, it's kind of hard to think of any other use for acid, just in general. Right?
Immediately,
So
you think.
Immediately.
Yeah.
So it looks like Slow Joe is finally coming to the party and starting to ask questions like he used to. As it turns out, it wasn't the documented international trafficking ring and abuse of girls and women over the last 30 years that bothered him. It was the allegations of satanic ritual sacrifices that got under his skin. But it's not just that, though.
Yeah,
While Schaub is hailing Trump the hero of the Epstein saga,
I think he got religious.
Rogan's getting fed up with Trump and his administration for covering all of this up and refusing to release the full unredacted files.
There was one where this one guy is saying to him, thank you for the torture video. It's literally a part of an email. The actual quote.
We know who that guy is now. It's that Sultan guy of DP World. You can look that up.
Thank you for the torture. Like, enjoyed the torture video.
It's so gross. Like,
and they think they've identified that guy.
He looked that one up, I believe, because it's weird. They're letting them into the files one by one for like an hour at a time.
What?
Yeah, bro.
Like the Congress people can go look at specific. There's millions of files. You got to tell them which file you want specifically to look at.
It's crazy. The whole thing is crazy because like why have you protected people? And why is his name redacted? Why would your name be redacted if you're not a victim? Like, this is what's crazy about all this. Like, what is this? This is not good. None of this is good for this administration. It looks fucking terrible. It looks terrible. It looks terrible for Trump when he was saying that none of this was real. This is all a hoax. This is not a hoax. Like, did you not know? Maybe he didn't know, if you want to be charitable. But this is definitely not a hoax. And if you got redacted people's names and these...
See, do people seriously think Joe knew? But anyway, yeah. But it's just like, it is pretty bad.
These people aren't...
Oh, shit.
But then they also played him. Like Elon
Yo,
Musk
what the
and Trump
fuck?
Things that are running the world and don't give a...
What are your other ones that you like?
Well, aliens is the most...
When you look at your total conspiracy catalog of things that you
killed participating in ritual the day he was indicted in 2018, The very next day, crazy. So this is the conspiracy people's names, and these people aren't victims. You're not protecting the victims. So what are you doing? And how come all this shit is not released? It's crazy. So this is the conspiracy that drives me the most crazy.
All right, so Rogan's getting frustrated with the merry-go-round from the Trump administration. The files are a mess. Some victims' names are redacted in one document, then visible in another. Some of the alleged perpetrators have entire sections scrubbed to protect their identities, even though the laws governing the release of these files were specifically designed to protect the victims, not shield the elites. So now Joe sees that and he thinks, this feels incomplete and it feels controlled. It's like they're trying to cover up a lot of bad shit. But then you have Brendan over in his storage unit on the other side of Austin somehow coming to the exact opposite conclusion. And Rogan's no longer buying the whole hoax argument from Trump. So according to Brendan's theory, Trump's only appearance in the files is as the heroic whistleblower, the lone billionaire warning the authorities about
Well, we
Epstein
know
and
that's
Maxwell
wrong.
years ago. Now, if that's true, then why would he publicly frame the Epstein story as a Democratic hoax? Why tell people to forget about it and move on? There's nothing to see here. Oh, no, I forgot. It was to bait the left into pressuring his administration into releasing the files, the fake Elon beef, the 5D checkers, etc. My bad. So let's just pause for a moment and ask the question.
What did it do for Elon? It made him look worse. He was asking to go to the place. He gave in. I bet you all these rich motherfuckers knew exactly what he was, you know? And Elon clearly gave in. Why Brandon Schaub thinks that that's like a move that they were playing together to release that information? And like, bro, like Trump's all up in there. And people, like, as people said, you got to ask for the files. I heard that someone's made an AI where you can actually like search through it with the AI and it acts as like a chat GPT, but you got to ask it specific questions and it's offline. So it only knows the files. So, which is pretty cool. But look, I'm not going to get crazy on that shit. You know what I mean? Life's still good. I don't understand. Everyone can go, oh, fuck, this is so bad. But think about where you at. You know, what you got, and just relax. But yeah, there's not much I can do here from Australia. I wish I could be like, where the fuck is James Bond or something? Like, isn't that maybe like something's happening right now as I say this? But like, where the fuck is like the James Bonds? You know, the Mission Impossible guy. What's his name? Fuck, Ethan Hawke or some shit. Yeah, man. No, that's the actor, is it? I don't know. But yeah, we need like a James Bond to stop these elites.
Question. Which story is more plausible? A flawlessly coordinated psychological operation involving staged public beefs and controlled document drops? Or that Brendan read half an article, misunderstood the rest, and filled in the blanks with a crayon? And god damn it, for a brief moment there, I really thought Brendan was on the money. He was pushing back and making sense and all that shit. But then it all turned out that the wild horse got washed out into the ocean and drowned. There's a hard lesson to be learned here, guys. None of these people are redeemable. Not even Rogan.
So Brendan Schaub's a wild horse, bro. You know what? Podcast cringe is getting better. That's a fucking good one. He's a wild horse that ran into the ocean and drowned.
Or he's starting to ask some of the right questions, but then he'll forget about it and be like, yeah, that's crazy. And that'll be the end of it. So don't get your hopes up like I did. It's always going to end in disappointment. These guys are like the stepkids who always disappoint you, but then you remember they're not yours, so it doesn't matter anyway. But you can always rely on me to bring you the latest slop from the podcast universe, so make sure you're subscribed to my channels here on YouTube, and don't forget to like this video while you're here. Thanks for watching.
I love podcast cringe. This is from his other page. But yeah, go follow this video. Brendan Schaub's new Epstein theory is crazy. Yeah, that Brendan Schaub, man. I don't know, bro. He did have a good take the other day. He didn't really have a good take. He was just sort of saying to. But I don't know. Like I talk to people that I know that try to defend this shit. They don't want to believe this shit. So I don't like judge everyone that defends it. I don't go, oh, you're defending a pedophile, you must be one. Like I don't think like that. But there is a lot of people defending this shit. But you can just go look at this shit and you would sort of. But you got to wonder why they're showing us this shit, man. You know what I mean? But we can all just do better and not fall into the trap of thinking this shit's cool. Because they can get away with it. But yeah, they should be scared to come outside, man. If we see them, it's on site. Yeah, don't worry about it. You know what? Don't worry about this Epstein shit, bro. I'll just bash him. Man, I don't know about you, but my YouTube algorithm, like no disrespect to whatever is here right now, right? But my YouTube algorithm is fucking horrible. Like as of today, it is fully cooked. Like I've been on YouTube every day for years, right? But today, shit. Like I watched one car video, right? No, I didn't even watch a car video, right? I looked it up on Google. Now I just got all these, like, these. All right, like, I've had this car for a while. I don't need to see the 600 videos of it now. The Pizza Brothers, 13 views.
Epstein. The elite pedophiles. Now, see, I'm not going to say PDF because I'm not going to sugarcoat it. These is pedophiles, okay? And that just is what it is. And sometimes you got to call a thing a thing. You start trying to sugarcoat it and make it sound cute and all that. And it.
See, people starting business off this shit, eh? This looks so dark. I was seeing people. Tom Aspinall's making things worse for himself. 126 views. Like, this is what I'm saying. This is the shit that I'm getting on my. I'm getting a Penguin Zero video from a year ago. Like, I watched this the other day. Why am I getting it now? Jared Leto is box office poison?
Captain Midnight.
What was he in Joker? Oh yeah, no, he was the Joker in the Suicide Squad, and I don't know, it's pretty bad.
So Tron Ares came out in October, and it crashed hard at the box office.
I was gonna watch that.
Really hard.
I was gonna watch that.
In the wake of that, we saw some headlines like this one from Den of Geek. Jared Leto's star power questioned after Tron Ares flops. Hollywood insiders are reportedly wondering if the Morbius star can still carry a franchise.
Oh, Morbius. I forgot about Morbius. So this guy, yeah, bro, he fucked up the Joker, Morbius. Now he's fucked up Tron. But Tron's like, I don't know. Like, I remember Tron when I was a kid. I don't think it popped off either. I feel like that flopped as well. It was with the guy from Avatar, right? The Aussie guy. I don't think that popped off either. But yeah, Morbius fucked up. But that was a good flop because it came out twice and people actually watched it. I watched it. It was good, bad. Same as Suicide Squad. I watched that as well. I don't know if I'm going to watch Tron Ares, but where's it on? Maybe I will.
Pop up in my feed. I kept thinking the same thing. What star power and when exactly has he ever carried?
Rakim in a Dream, is that what the movie's called? I haven't watched it, but I've heard that's a good movie. Wasn't he in? He was in that one with what's it called? American Psycho. He was in American Psycho. He's been around for a long time. He's like what is he, 60?
Carried a movie franchise. I find the narrative around Jared Leto and really the entire last decade of his career absolutely
Morbius. He carried Morbius. Come on.
Absolutely baffling. And that's what I want to talk about. The man they insist is a movie star, despite all evidence to the contrary. Let me know what you think, and if you find yourself watching my videos but haven't subscribed yet,
Yes,
now could be the chance.
Hold up.
So let's stick with Tron Ares for a minute.
How do I do
The
that?
most recent example.
What the fuck is this? Oh, okay. See, that sort of took away from the video, didn't it? I'm never subscribing while watching the video again. Look, and it didn't even fucking register it.
Of Hollywood trying to will Jared Leto into being a franchise lead through sheer force of will and advertising. Disney apparently spent around $180 to $220 million producing this thing, and it limped to a little over $140 million worldwide. That's a disaster, and I think a really predictable one. When this happened, there were a lot of
Doesn't it suck that they're just spending like 140 mil just on movies? They can just do that as like a write-off while we gotta fucking struggle. Like that's like they're doing that like just as like, oh, you know what? We'll just make a movie that's shit. And we know like this couldn't make it. Like they don't even give a fuck about that $140 million. Now, when you say like $140 million or 200 and something million dollars got wasted on this fucking movie, it does feel a bit weird. You're like, wait, why did we waste that much money on this movie? Like, have you seen like homelessness? Like, there's a lot of problems, even in America. Like, I don't know, they got skid rows and shit, bro. Like, we got homelessness as well here in Australia. Like, but Hollywood, man, like, yeah, I just find it funny. It is annoying, but hey, 140 million, you could have done something better with that than make some fucking shit mid trash that is on Netflix that no one fucking watches. It's actually pissing me off a little bit now.
people saying that if you
But that is the most unproductive thing you can fucking do is spend $140 million on something that doesn't even fucking, like, no one gives a shit about.
you had a real draw in the lead role, someone audiences genuinely felt excited to see, this would have at least opened higher. And, you know, the movie wasn't that bad. Audiences seemed to like it a lot more than critics. I doubt word of mouth was awful, but goodwill was just so low going into it. I think in large part because of its lead, and it had a really tough time climbing out of that. So would have a better lead like a Chris Evans or something have helped? Sure, but I'd go much farther than that. Tron Ares would have done much better with Garrett Hedlund from Tron Legacy as the lead. I get why Disney wanted to move on from him. Legacy was considered a box office disappointment when it came out,
Yes,
and Hedlund
yes,
is
that's what I
viewed as a
thought.
guy who already had a shot or two at movie stardom and under-delivered. But I think the movie is viewed a lot more positively now, and Tron fans obviously would have been more excited to keep following Sam Flynn than this new character. But maybe more importantly, when it comes to being the main character of a blockbuster, how exactly is Hedlund that different than Jared Leto, whose previously headlined blockbuster was a much bigger failure than Tron Legacy ever was? Don't get me wrong.
No, but like it's not a failure because no matter what Jared Leto does, he still gets very big attention. And this motherfucker had a cult. So with everything that's going on right now, like I'm watching Jared Leto. The Jared Leto he's a bit of a weird one too, but I've heard he's a nice guy, so whatever that means. But yeah, I don't think like that guy that was in Tron Legacy, I don't even know who the fuck that is. Jared Leto is way more famous than him. Morbius was a big movie, even though people talk shit. A lot of people fucking watched it. I thought it was decent as well. It was like a 2001 movie. Like a 2001 vampire movie. Like, you remember Blade and shit? Like, Blade is not much different. I fucking love Blade. It's not the best movie, but I don't love it for that reason. I just think it's a fucking cool movie.
I don't think there's a
But I didn't like Tron. I didn't like Tron Legacy. I don't reckon I would like Tron Ares anyway.
scenario where Ares is some massive hit. The fact is, Tron has always been a mild underperformer for Disney, even back in 1982, when the first one was kind of viewed as a box office disappointment as well. Now, I don't hold it against that movie much.
Historically
have you seen
bad.
the box office lineup in 82?
Bro.
E.T., The Wrath of Khan, First Blood. It's pretty crazy, and the movie definitely managed to carve out a fan base for itself in spite of that, but it was never huge. Legacy didn't embarrass itself. It did fine, but it ended up making less than like The King's Speech, which I'm sure Disney didn't love. I think there may just be a ceiling on what Tron movies can make, but I do think it would have reached a much higher number without Jared Leto. Now, Leto has a lot of name recognition. Between launching his career as a heartthrob on the cult classic show My So-Called Life, getting recognized as a solid actor in the 90s and early 2000s in movies like Fight Club, American Psycho, and Requiem for a Dream, plus his band 30 Seconds to Mars having some really big hits around that time. It does kind of feel like he's been around forever now. But putting music aside, the only really well-received movie he actually starred as the lead in was Requiem, and that was far from a blockbuster. And I'd honestly argue that he gave maybe the fourth best.
But what the fuck is a blockbuster? Because no one lines up for cinemas anymore. You go to a fucking cinema, it's empty for most things. So I don't know what a blockbuster is anymore. Netflix says blockbusters and it's like Netflix originals. It doesn't even make sense.
Best performance in it? I don't get it. Someone like Giovanni Ribisi had tons of supporting roles in great movies in the 90s and 2000s too. And I don't see anyone trying to have him anchor huge franchise movies in the last 10 years. And, you know, he's a better actor. Maybe it's just Leto's cult leader Jesus looks. I'll get to the Morbius in the room in a bit, but first I should probably address the two biggest counter arguments to me here. The first, yes, he did win an Oscar in 2014 for Dallas Buyers Club. I really do not think he deserved this one. The performances from Barkhead Abdi for Captain Phillips and Jonah Hill in Wolf of Wall Street are so much better than he was there. But sure, he did win. But
so what? They were trying to give the black guy the "I am your captain" now. They were trying to give him the Oscar because he said one line. I think the War Dogs guy should have won, bro. Like that War Dogs performance was crazy.
Plenty of Oscar winners aren't able to leverage that into huge franchise roles. I get how it could buy him one shot at it, but I don't think it's a great explanation for Ares. Then there's the massive hit, commercially if not critically, that was 2016's Suicide Squad. This is easily the most money-making movie in Leto's career, and I won't pretend that he wasn't a massive part of its marketing. He was all over those sleek, well-edited trailers, but did people actually like Leto's Joker?
No.
The lead up to the movie was endless stories about his obnoxious and gross acting process. Some of this stuff is disputed now, but it was all meant to suggest that, wow, this guy is taking this role so seriously, he's literally going crazy. Okay, fine, but what did that add up to? A boring Joker with none of the fun of Cesar Romero or Jack Nicholson, the humor and darkness of Ledger, or the interesting and offbeat choices of
That's what that's what I've always thought Jared Leto to be. He's like a bit of a he thinks he's like this, like he's like, I'm a method actor, but I you know what? As I'm saying, I was trying to defend him before, but he isn't in shit. He hasn't done anything crazy yet. Why are you method acting, bro? Look at him. He looks fucking nuts.
It's easily the least memorable Joker, held up by gimmicks and over-the-top character design.
It was trying
too
hard as a Joker.
Great movie, perfectly okay performance. He's not nearly as memorable as much smaller roles in that film, like Dave Bautista, but still, he didn't actively detract from it either. I understand how all these elements could land in Morbius. He's got that darker image that makes sense on the surface for the character.
But like, you can't say he wasn't good in Morbius. Morbius flopped because people thought it. But like, how is it a flop if you went and saw it and you watched it? Like, I don't think Morbius was a flop. Like, I remember the movie and the guy gets the fuck it and he's got like the walk. Like, I've seen flops. You know, Doctor Strange, the second one? That was a fucking flop. I went and watched that in the movie. That was a fucking flop. I wish I watched Morbius over that any fucking day. Do you know how I know it's a flop? No one is fucking talking about it. No one's talking about it.
He's a name, and, you know, it's not like Sony was making great choices when putting these things together. Fine. And he was already cast in Tron by the time the movie came out. But here's the thing, Morbius was so awful, and he was so awful in it, I really don't understand how they don't rethink that. Morbius is, to date, Jared Leto's most successful blockbuster with him in the starring role. It was a punchline on release, and for good reason. With the studio digging itself...
But that is pretty crazy. That is his best movie. The guy is like fucking 50-something, right? When he did this movie, yeah? Am I getting this right? Is he 50-something? Or maybe he's like late 40s? But he's been around for a fucking while. So... And he's acting like this method actor fucking crazy guy. But what's his fucking shit? It's Morbius.
Into an even deeper hole by trying to re-release it once the meme caught on, only for it to faceplant again. Now, some of that failure cannot be put at his feet. Like Madam Web after it, Morbius is a strangely constructed and edited movie.
Look at everything after it.
Something that feels disjointed and stitched together in the editing room. But he is right there in the center of it, delivering a low-energy, bored performance that adds zero texture to a bad script. Something he'd do again in Tron 3. Now, I understand it may have been too late to recast, but they had years of production on Ares after Morbius to try to do something. Evan Peters is in the movie, giving a far more committed and more interesting performance, and finding a way to center him in the film and its marketing may have helped it, at least a little bit. Because, let's be honest, the allegations against him that he denied last year, the weird cult leader persona that he leans into, and the rumors that have followed him around much longer than that, I just have no idea why you get this guy to lead your movie. Let alone a blockbuster that you expect to be a big, broad hit that people want to take their families to. Next up, he's in the new He-Man live-action movie, Masters of the Universe, another franchise play that seems like a pretty big risk. And I think one of the biggest things that this movie has going for it in trailers is that as Skeletor, you can't see his face, which, I don't know, might end up helping them. While I know he has his fans,
Wait, so he's the villain in this?
I really see no evidence that he's more of a box office draw than someone actively dragging these movies down. And at least in Morbius and Tron, giving really boring and indifferent performances while doing it. There's so many great actors out there, both established and unknown, who do not get these huge lead roles, and I bet most of them would try a lot harder than he seems to be doing. Even in the movie he's best in, American Psycho, in my opinion, plays to his strengths of kind of feeling like a vain, empty suit. And the roles he goes really over the top for, like Joker, gives us performances that are big and bombastic.
My theory is that he saw old mate do that movie back in the day. Like he saw him do American Psycho. And I reckon he became more of a method actor. And like, I reckon he mirrors himself. He's trying to be like Christian Bale or something. But Christian Bale is like, he's just genuinely good at his job. But Jared Leto, like I thought I was going to give him more raps, but at this point, bro, like looking back on his movies and shit like that, he has been nothing good. And he should take more side roles. He shouldn't go for these high roles. Do you know why Pedro Pascal's everywhere? It's because he's taking fucking side roles. Most of these actors, their ego's way too high. They see side on the thing and they go, ugh. Pedro goes, oh, yeah, I'll take it. And then all of a sudden he's in everything and everyone's going, whoa. Same as that Mexican dude that he said he was in Far Cry. That's all I know. He was in Far Cry. He's in a couple games, that Mexican dude. And he's in every movie. And I bet you he just takes other roles that people usually don't take because their ego's too high. And that's probably the case with Jared Leto, I reckon, over this.
But don't have any of the depth you'd really want from them. Something made brutally clear with that character, since we have so many takes on the clown to compare him to. Is this all a little petty? Maybe. but I've seen so many promising actors and actresses turn in great work and never even get a shot at a starring vehicle. And almost all of them I would take over Leto.
That's what I mean. I reckon he uses his musical power because he had a lot of fans from music, and that's like probably like I remember hearing like actors when they go to these things, they say how many followers do you have. It's the new age. Like they say how many followers do you have. This guy's already got a massive following. He's on the top of the chart, so people are gonna go to his name. Like he's got like groupies and shit. So it doesn't really matter what we can say. We can say, oh, he's a terrible actor or whatever. These people are not going for us. They're going for those groupies that love him no matter what he does. So that's why I feel like he uses that to get himself big roles like this. Which is, it hasn't worked out for him, honestly. And I don't know, as I got older, like I realized that I want to take pride in my work. You don't want to do a shit job. As a man, like that would just fuck you over if someone said, "Oh, the work you did for me was shit. It didn't work." Even if you don't like your job, if you hear that, you'll be like, "Oh fuck!" You feel like you failed. So yeah, man, he needs to shape up. Maybe take a side actor role and fucking do some good jobs.
For a guy who consistently books roles in huge movies and then doesn't deliver. But what do you think? Am I underrating him as an actor? Are you as confused as I am why he keeps booking parts in big budget movies? I want to read all your takes down below. So I really like recommending courses on here that can be applicable to a lot of people, and Brilliant's Exploring Data Visually course is just that. No matter where you find yourself, being able to parse and understand information is going to be essential, and this one nails down the fundamentals like you won't find anywhere else. It's impressive stuff, and just the tip of the iceberg on Brilliant. An interactive learning app built around hands-on problem solving, where you're actively working through problems instead of passively watching lectures. You jump in,
Bro, I used to do this in fucking what was it called? It was called Learning Links, bro. I had like ADHD when I was a kid, and they used to give me like, they used to make me go to this shit and do this.
Experiment, watch concepts click into place, and this kind of active learning has been shown to be up to 6 times more effective than just watching video content, while also letting you tailor how you want to learn. We all know building a habit every day is important for growth, and Brilliant makes that easier with engaging sessions, built-in progress
Y'all don't need it.
tracking, and
But this is good for brain activity, I guess.
expert designed courses from people at places like Stanford, MIT, and Google. You can pick it up anytime on your phone or computer, and it's been really impressive to see how the platform just keeps improving over time. To start learning on Brilliant free for a full 30 days, go to brilliant.org/midnight, scan the QR code on screen, or just click the link in the description. You'll also get 20% off an annual premium subscription, which unlocks unlimited daily access to everything Brilliant offers. That's brilliant.org/midnight.
All right.
A special tip for the fellas and girls who have not already joined.
There you go, guys. That's Jared Leto is box office poison. I think he might be right. But anyway, I like this guy. I subscribe to Captain Midnight. Go have a look at him. What time is it? Should I watch more videos? Fuck it. Here we go. So, I think I've worked out the problem with Nioh 3. So basically, I've been stuck in a bit of a pickle with Nioh. Let me go in here, right? We'll go on the internet. Stuck. So this is the issue I've got stuck on Nioh 3. I absolutely love the game, but there's a massive issue. started a new game plus and done the first Crucible, and after completing it and entering the Eternal Rift, I cannot leave the building as the spirit won't appear in the Hamatsu incident. Anyone know a fix? Now, I have this exact issue. And I've been messaging the devs. I made a bad review. And you know what? I requested a refund. And do you know what I've worked out in my head right now? I think I've have you ever taken like LSD and you've noticed the secrets of life? Or you're having a psychedelic trip and you've noticed the secrets of life. This is what I worked out with this game. So basically this bug, the Eternal Rift bug, that's what I'm going to call it, is I'll go into the game so I can show you. But I'll be back in a second. 5 minutes. We'll have a little break. All right, as I was saying with this game, so I feel like I've found the bug. The bug is basically for people stuck in the Eternal Rift. If you were playing a save before the patch update on Friday the 13th, Japanese time, you probably are gonna get stuck in the Eternal Rift. No matter what it is. If you started after that or you started before, or yeah, if you started after the patch, it's fine. Or you got through this point where I'm about to show you in this game. If you got through this point before that time period, then you're fine. But it's legit the demo period, which is pissing me off. I've asked for a refund of the game, but I've realized the bug, so I'm probably gonna. But I'll just show you. Oh, wait. How do I quit this? Fast travel unavailable. Oh, fuck. Anyway, I can't really show you here. But basically, yeah. I'm stuck in the Eternal Rift. I'm trying to do the mission again to see if it will work, and I'll get out back into the rift and maybe I can exit. Maybe the spirit will pop there. But basically, there's a spirit supposed to pop over there, and you can't get it at all. Yeah, it's just like a constant chuckle. Talk to the Kasangi by the mirror, and before that, talk to the fox girl. I got out just fine. The spirit next to it, I've got the bug right now. It isn't let me leave in the bit. Yeah. Yeah, at least 3 other people got this bug. So this was 2 days ago. And I reckon these people were playing a save that they started on Friday. And then they did the patch while we were playing. And then basically, when we got to that bit, we can't get out. This has happened to me on PlayStation. So it's on PlayStation, it's on Steam. It's a big shame, bro, because I really enjoyed this game. I've never played a Nioh game, and I've really enjoyed this fucking game. It says 27 hours, but I played 16 hours. I leveled up to the max in that first area. I didn't know that was the demo area. I didn't even fucking know. But I'm new to these games, so I'm struggling. I was having fun, and then my whole shit got locked out. But I realized if I start again now, because the patch update does say, see this bug performance thread doesn't say it. Wait, where the fuck is the yeah, here. So it says greatly increased health for enemies, whatever the fuck. Fixed an issue causing a lot of valuables. No, fixed an issue that sometimes made it impossible to progress from the investigate the building command in the Eternal Rift. That's exactly what I was stuck on. Fix an issue enabling players to obtain items. I don't know about that. See, there's other fucking. So what I'm guessing is Team Ninja have a lot of problems with their games. Optimization is a massive problem. I got a 5080. And this shit, the CPU, I got like the best. I got an AMD 9950X 3D. Some bullshit, bro. Some fucking expensive ass thing. This thing costs like fucking 6K. Borderline. Like, and this was struggling, this game. And it looked like shit too. So it's not a good game, like optimization wise, but fuck, it was addicting. I like the combat, sort of like Elden Ring in a way. But I didn't like Elden Ring. I don't know. Everyone loves it, but I've never played Souls games. I played Elden Ring. I got pretty far as well, but I just didn't. I didn't enjoy the world and that. But this I fucking loved, and now I just got soft locked. But I did buy the first two. I bought Nioh 1, Nioh 2. So maybe one day I'll play it. But for now, let's play a new game. Let's play this. I got this fucking game. I don't know. A lot of fucking Achievements 281. You can get 281 achievements on this game. What the fuck? Anyway, Mugenics. I gave it a go the other day. I don't know what everyone's talking about. If this is just like a fucking game where I just have to go and move block to block, like...
Eugenics.
This is like Simpsons. Yeah, so this is what I was up to. Standard dudes versus pebbles. It's time for a boss fight. I've trained Pebbles here myself. He's about to rock your world. Show me what you got. Alright. And also, one last tip before I leave it up to you. Attack from behind and do more damage, okay?
Meow.
Yeah, meow. Let's get you over here. Gain a random stat up whenever you're down here, you know. Okay, that's what I've already got. I can't do anything. Can I move now? Wait. How did he move so fucking far? Why can't I fucking go there? Okay, let's go. Oh my fuck.
Meow. Meow.
Hey, so you might have noticed this already, but take a look up there. This is the order that you take and your enemies take their turn, so fucking... Yep. What the f... I can't get behind the fucking rock. As... Wait. Bitch. Take that, bitch. Well, damn. It looks like Tyra got hit pretty hard. Don't worry, though. She's not dead yet, only down. When a cat gets down in a fight and injured, one of their stats gets reduced permanently. Yo. Don't let their body get hit too many times or they will actually die. As long as your other cats can finish the fight, your down cats will still survive, so finish the fight. Wait, I'm not down. They're... What's going on? Oh, I'm down.
Meow.
Can I get this bitch up? Oh, you fucking rat. Ah, you mo... Let's fucking go. Fuck, that's all I can do. What a piece of shit.
Meow.
Okay, can you... I don't understand why I can't pick up the fucking downed one. Wait, how am I gonna beat this cat? Hold on.
Meow.
Oh, fucking hell, man. I have nowhere near the health to beat this fucking cat.
Meow.
What a horrible fucking game. Then what I do? Fucking. Bro, it does 1 damage? You fucking idiot, man. Fuck off. Oh, yeah. What am I gonna do with 1 health? Fuck off. Oh, he misses.
Meow.
Seriously, is this why people bought this game? Fucking, I'm not liking it. Oh, for some reason, it can't even hit me anymore. So it's gonna be a torturing. I'm just gonna slowly hit him once. And... Miss.
Meow.
This is a woke game.
Meow.
There's no way I beat that.
Meow.
Dump. Spawn a poop in adjacent tile. Inflicts burn.
Meow.
So is this the game? Is this seriously progression? Is good to do? This marks the end of your first little adventure. It's time to go home. You'll bring back any food, coins, item, treasures, and injuries you gain during your journey. Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Meow.
I think I see a house ahead. Yeah. Well, hello. Neighbor. What do I do? Yes, it's me, Mr. Tinkles. Baddie. This seems like a predator. You've no doubt heard about me around town, and yes, all the rumors are true. I spread them myself. Just like my legs. What am I saying? God, I'm so bad. Anyway, you can call me Tink. What the fuck is that? Look at these kitties. I just returned from an adventure and the busted cats that have already been on the adventure. They're retired. That means they won't be going anywhere. Oh, I'm gonna fucking drag him in. What's up with the chicken? What the fuck? Bro, that's legit what happened to me. I got my cat, a girl cat friend, and they fucked. Also, it looks like a stray has come to your house looking for love. Yeah, you should totes take him inside, right? Yeah, sure. Come here. Yes. Also, you can right-click on the kitten to see if you inherited anything from these parents and check his stats. Felipe. Short lobbed shot in a roll. Can I do anything to the stats? Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have ended that day, but so what do I do?
Meow. Meow. Meow.
Meow.
Melee attack and a smack. Well, what the fuck do I do?
Meow.
The court wanted to get it on with Vasa, but Vasa wasn't even. What the fuck? Okay, this motherfucker got cancer. We'll take Felipe.
Meow.
Asian.
Meow.
What do you mean?
Meow.
Alright, let's go. I can't take anyone fucking else.
Meow. Meow.
Wait, who's that? Cubby.
Meow. Meow. Meow.
Yeah, get him in. Equip class colors. Okay. So this guy's he's an intelligence guy. Well, I don't know. Maybe we'll just give him that role. Okay, yeah, lock in, yeah. I don't understand, don't it? What the fuck was that for? How do I do that? Oh, I killed a kitten. That's fucked up. Let's go over there then.
Meow.
Yeah. Can you move up here? What's that? Roll. Okay, we'll just do that.
Meow.
Heal up and get some rest and strengthen numbers. What about we get the move on up here? And we'll do... Oh, no. Sorry.
Meow. Meow.
How did I get that one? Fuck.
Meow.
Go to that guy.
Meow.
We'll fuck this guy up.
Meow.
I can't get behind him ever. Smack him. Smack him again.
Meow.
Oh, you fucking. Oh, you fucking mo. Shot, love shot. Yeah.
Meow.
Meow.
Yeah.
Meow.
Over there. Oh, he won? Wow, so this is the game that everyone's recommending right now. Wait. Felipe leveled up. What should I get? Soul Reap. Deal 1 damage unit within 5 tiles. If this kill it, gain 5 mana. No, heal yourself. Yeah, look at that. Okay. Anyway, that's me playing this game. I'm just not interested in this game. I don't know what everyone's hype is about it. It's not so addicting off the start. That's what I'm saying. I'll get into it a bit more. I'll play some more Nioh now that I've found the bug. Hopefully I've explained it to you. I'll put it up on YouTube so people can see. If they look that shit up, hopefully they can see my explanation of it, because I think I've got it on the money. I think that they've updated it on the Friday the 13th. And if you started that update just before that, or any time before that, you can't get past that thing. Unless you've already got past it. Even the people on New Game Plus, but they're coming back into the game, and probably because they started the New Game Plus on that day, like I did, we're just stuck in a weird sticky position. There's not many of us, but I'm fortunate, man, because I'm trying to recommend the game to my mates, but I'm like, I can't even fucking... I got soft locked out. Anyway, it's a skill issue as well. Alright, that's the stream tonight. Anyway, I'm gonna upload this shit. Have a good one.